What's up, guys? Welcome to my first ever Dungeon Trades tutorial. Today we're diving into a full step-by-step tutorial on making these Gondorian Vambraces from scratch. And this is a step-by-step build. However, it's not for the faint of heart. So if you're new to leathercraft, I recommend getting a little bit more experience under your belt. Make mistakes, get out there, do stuff. It might be a bit of a challenge, but if you're up for it, I'll walk you through each step: cutting, beveling, tooling, dyeing, and finishing. If you want to make these, I've got the exact pattern available on my Etsy store, so you don't have to create one yourself. The link is in the description. Most of the tools and materials I'm using come from Tandy Leather, but I know not everyone has a store nearby, so I've included Amazon links in the description as well for everything I used, minus the leather, because, well, you can find leather pretty much in most hobby stores, and I like to feel it to make sure that it's a good quality leather. So yeah, I didn't want to just be like, hey, order it from Amazon. The weight of the leather I used is 5 to 6 ounce leather. The links in the description include dyes, tools, you name it. The only exception is these antique nickel buckles. They're 1/2-inch buckles from Tandy, and I haven't found them anywhere else. Also, after watching this video, do me a favor and feel free to comment on the things you wish I included in the video, or if you have questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them when I get the chance to. The goal is to improve on these as I continue to make, and that starts with hearing from you guys. So grab your tools, get your workspace ready, and let's make some fucking Gondorian Vambraces! So the first thing I'm doing here is, after I've traced my pattern onto some tracing film, I spray the surface of my leather with water, just enough to get it damp, and I use a stylus to impress the pattern into the leather. After I've cut it out, what you see me doing here is using an edge beveler to smooth the edges. I do it on both the top and bottom. I repeat this same process with the pattern that I'm going to tool into the leather. Next, I use a stitch groover to give it a nice outlined edge. And this is where the tooling process begins. I'm using a swivel knife to carve every single line of my pattern out. This process is also done with the leather still being damp. Whoops, look who forgot to bevel their edges. So now it's time for the tooling process with a maul and a beveling stamp, and I go over each line. What that does is makes the pattern really pop out. And after that, I go on to dyeing it. I use different dyeing processes based on whatever look I'm trying to go for. This is an antique gel I use to smudge into the grooves, and then when I wipe it off, it stays in the recessions, making the pattern pop more. Now I'm finishing my edges with some beeswax, and then I burnish it with a burnishing bit on my Dremel. Now I'm giving it a coat of Resin to protect it. It's an acrylic coat. Now it's time to stitch the pieces together. I do the same process with my straps. After I cut them out, I use an edge beveler. That way the straps don't dig into your skin, they're comfortable. Dye them, put the buckles on, stitch the buckles on, and there you have it. If you're wondering how I got the silver paint, it's an Angelus paint. That's the name of the brand, is Angelus brand. Silver paint. It's the same stuff they use on sneakers. That stuff doesn't scuff, it doesn't come off. It is amazing. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, check out my Instagram and Etsy page.